To keep you guys up to date a little bit more often, make a video a day if I can. I'm trying to get to that point. Today's thought of the day was really about something that I kind of was going through in my own life that I had like an epiphany on, I guess. Your thoughts equal the circumstances that end up happening in your life. Now that might be a hard pill to swallow for some people, but I'm gonna talk about a few things and like a few points that helped me kind of realize that and then change it. All right, so what do I mean by thoughts equal circumstances? I believe that the initial tone you wake up with or the initial mood or attitude that you wake up with is really big in how the rest of your day is gonna go. And that normally comes through doing things that you love to do and always, pushing to achieve your goals or achieve your aspirations, because then you're always looking forward to something. Like each and every day, you might be waiting on a phone call from somebody or waiting on an email back from, someone that could change your life, or, whatever it is. I think it's a great way to really relish in the unknown. So setting a positive tone to the day, I think is huge in making sure that you attract the right type of people, you attract the right type of circumstances and events into your life each day. Now, what do I mean by attract events and people and circumstances into your life? I tend to believe that there's a huge connection between what you think and how you think, what you expect to happen and your expectations, and then what actually happens. So I think if you dwell on something for long enough, it ends up happening. And I don't think there's a magical formula to why it happens. More or less, you're just looking for it to happen. Say you're driving and you're paranoid about getting pulled over, and you're really paranoid about getting pulled over, and you're constantly looking for the police to see where they are if they're parked on the side of the road. You're probably more likely to see police then on the road in general, or police cars, just because you're expecting to see them. And I've noticed that happens a lot of ways. If you expect to fail a test, if you expect to fail a class, if you expect to fail at all, generally you end up failing. Not because you couldn't do it, but because you expected to fail. If you had expected to succeed or to pass the test, to pass the class, to not see the police, you probably wouldn't see the police. You probably would pass the test and the class. So I think there's a huge connection between your outlook and the results that you expect, and then what actually happens, because it changes the way you approach whatever it is that you're doing, and that ultimately changes the results that you get. And I also think, embracing experiences and changes is a huge way of beginning to really shift the circumstances and the thoughts that are taking place in your life, because they really go hand in hand. A lot of people are afraid of change, and they don't really welcome change because we're creatures of habit, so we like things to be nice and organized and what we're used to all the time. But to stray away from what we know is a little weird, puts us in a weird, uncomfortable place, awkward at times. So we kind of resist it and we don't want to do it. But in reality, since there is no coincidences, everything that we encounter, every challenge, every obstacle, every event, every circumstance is really meant to help us grow or become stronger in some way. So really, it's all about your thoughts and your outlook on the situation or the circumstance or the person or the event that ultimately is going to affect the results and the circumstances that happen to you. If you expect the worst, oftentimes that's what you'll get. You expect the best, it's oftentimes also what you'll get. And what I mean by that, happy people tend to attract other happy people around them. There's just something good. It's just something that feels good about their energy that attracts people to them, and they're like a people magnet. You see people come in and just kind of like take over a room, and everyone wants to talk to them or take a picture with them or have a moment with them. And these people have really mastered exuding positive energy. So you definitely have an option to give off positive or negative vibes. If you've ever had somebody invade your personal space and you get a really uncomfortable feeling, that could come from that person's energy not sitting very well with you or not mixing well with your energy. The reason for that is because it's not like energy. Their energy levels are different than yours. You could be a very happy person and they could be a very negative, very pessimistic person, and those two energies don't mix very well, and they give you a bad vibe or they rub you the wrong way, and you feel like maybe I shouldn't be so close to this person, maybe I should relocate or something like that. And vice versa, if you're a very positive and upbeat person and you enter a room where you see another very positive and upbeat person, there's something about that person that you're going to be drawn to, and you're going to want to connect with them further. And 9 times out of 10, if you behave like your normal, natural self and you're a positive and upbeat person, they'll probably notice that in you too, and they'll probably have a mutual feeling of like, hey, we should talk, we should get to know each other. Those combinations of energies coming together really end up making a difference in the people that come into your life, the friends that you make, and the overall circumstances that you end up having and experiencing. So again, don't underestimate how important it is to keep a positive mindset every day. Even when things don't seem to be going absolutely, perfect, it's very important that you always look for the most positive outcome. I think everybody can agree, no matter what situation you're in, it could always be worse. There's no situation that's just the ultimate #1 worst situation to be in ever. Everybody's situation has the potential to get better or to get worse. And if your problems are money, where you feel like your thoughts have kind of equated to bad circumstances that you're experiencing, you've got two choices really. If money is really the one thing that's keeping you unhappy or that's causing you to have negative circumstance after negative circumstance, you can be broke and unhappy and miserable and angry at the world, or you can be broke and happy and choose to appreciate what you do have, however little or much it might be. Be sure to check out my ebooks on Amazon.com, The Happiness Formula, Escaping the Self Trap, and Be a Father to Your Child. And I'll see you guys in the next video.